Hey there, Star Wars Legion folks. Welcome back to Dice Commando. Thanks for tuning in today for a Lazy Legion Saturday. So kicking off a two-part series here, I have an unboxing for Padme Amidala as well as a Sabine Wren expansion. We're going to be doing each one of these in a separate episode. Very excited about both of these lovely ladies. So let's get right to it. A huge shout out to our channel members for supporting what we do here. If you want to get involved with the channel and the Dice Commando community, please consider joining as a channel member. Remember, these videos are only possible with your support. You can show that support with a like, a subscribe, and by leaving us a comment and sharing your feedback. Community first, and go Commando. Thanks for tuning back in. Today we're going to be doing the Padme Amidala Operative Expansion. That's right, it's a lovely ladies operative weekend. But yeah, so kind of, before we look at it, the backstory here is, as you guys know, I play the clones, right? I play the Republic, but I don't have her yet. And part of the reason was I was kind of holding out because some of the stuff she can do is pretty good, and I thought probably it was going to get fixed, but things are changing in the Legion world. Points are changing, people are changing, things are changing, environment is changing, and that combined with the fact that Miniature Market was having a huge sale on this, and Brenton picked me up one for $7. So thank you, Brenton, for doing that and combining it in your shipment. Plus, I had wanted to paint her anyway, so we're just going to add her to the army and have her in the repertoire for the future after they get done adjusting the points on all my clones. Maybe I'll have to use her for some partially busted tank shenanigans. But here we go. So this is what we're looking at painting. I'll be honest, this is likely, I'm debating whether or not to have her with cape or not. I'm going to play around with it for a bit. That's why I'm not going to glue anything today, but we'll see what we can piece together with her. Yeah, so I'm also debating, I don't know, there's a lot of really cool options, right? No cape, I think the cape's probably cool. The head is what it is, but I kind of like having her with her old Naboo blaster, just because it's silver and it'll add a little more contrast to the piece, I think, than having, or add a little more muted contrast to the piece, I should say, as opposed to having the black droid blaster. So anyway, enough of that. Let's actually get in here. Okay. Alrighty. Oh man, sometimes they open really hard. All right, so this is obviously one of the newer ones. So we're gonna have a sprue. We do have the white insert. All right, we got our base. That's always half the battle. Okay, so yeah, bigger card there. So operative, because she has a lot of tokens. She's got every standby token and all that jazz, right? Lots of suppression tokens, operative token. All right, so first off, let's look at the insert for her here. So again, that's her key art. So here are our build options. So we can do her again with you have a couple different options. You can do cape, no cape. You can do one gun or the other, but functionally her body's the same. And actually, let's, did the sprue, no, the sprue did not come out. I was like, oh no. All right, we're good. All right, so single sprue for her. You can see the cape there. Yeah, her body, her body's not as straightforward as I thought. So, it's the same, but she only has two legs, and then, oh, I see. So there are two different bodies. There's two different upper bodies depending on if you go cape or no. Oh, so interesting. Maybe I'll cut away and we can build her, and then her arms are separate. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So we'll cut away after we look at the cards, and I'll do some builds. I'll have to come back once I get her built, but we'll finish that off and kind of show, because I should be able to put together, dry fit mostly. Well, we'll see what we can do. But yeah, so this is what we're going to be looking at. something in this form, but yeah. Anyway, let's get on to it, shall we? You can hear the kegerator humming in the background. Of course, it turned on right as we started shooting. Sorry about that, folks. But that's what I get for not unplugging it before we start. All right, so that's pretty standard, I think. Interestingly enough, I don't think I have a Republic operative token. Actually, I don't think I do. So, all right. So there's Padme. Now she comes with a bunch of stuff. Well, we'll talk about probably the most important one, at least for me. So she has quick thinking, gain 1 aim and dodge, which then she can, because of because of exemplar, sorry, not authoritative, because of exemplar, anything she gets, she can share, including that damn standby token. Authoritative, when you would be issued an order, you can instead kick it away. She has nimble, which is huge, right? So if she can get her dodge token, she keeps it on the whole time. And then, her gun does not suck, right? But she can also run this gun. Do note she has surge to hit, block, or surge to hit, surge to block. She does roll white dice, but she has 6 health with the 3 courage. She can also run diluted droid blaster, range 1 to 3, red and white with pierce 1 as well. I'm not sure. I'd have to run the stats to see which one of those is better. I'm sure those tables exist. I'm sure someone's done it. But usually in her capacity, she's kind of just hiding and tanking up, right? So you probably don't really need it. She's got the looted blaster. She comes with situational awareness, which we've seen. Offensive push. Ascension cables. I'm kind of blowing through these because it's all stuff we've seen before. Emergency stims. And then improvised orders, right? So she does not, like she was out before vigilance was, right? But in editing, I'll throw vigilance up. It's exceedingly relevant for her with nimble. Right, I made a video on it if you want to go back and check out why. But she's got the command slot, so she can equip it. Very, 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 very strong. Very, very, very strong. All right, let's go ahead and start with her 1 pip. So this is Padme only. Padme gains danger sense 2, right? That's the one where you can choose to keep on suppression tokens. At the start of the activation phase, Padme may transfer any number of suppression tokens from troopers at range 1 to her herself. For each token transferred, she gains a dodge, gaining up to 2 dodge tokens. Not too shabby. My favorite expression from those movies, aggressive negotiations, Padme and 1 trooper. When Padme issues an order to a trooper unit, it may either, not her, it may either perform a speed 1 move or gain 1 aim, dodge, or surge token. And lastly, we have diplomatic cover permanent. If this card was divulged, right? This is the whole show at the beginning. This card was divulged. Padme gains secret mission. If it was not, she gains reliable 1 instead, right? So then when you, right, if you divulge it and play it early, she gets secret mission. If not, she just has reliable when you play this. And then divulge, of course, you throw it out there. When she, if you do it, she gains infiltrate, and when she's deployed, she gains a dodge, which is not bad, but it does have to come out early. So, all right, well, that runs through the cards. Like I said, let's break away, and I'll get to play with some plastic, and then we'll come back and see what we can show. Thanks, folks. Okay, folks, so yeah, I was able to, so her head's actually not in, it's not glued in, but I put together some of it. So you can see the legs actually form their own thing, so you can put the torso, this is not easy to do through the camera, but you can put her torso together. There we go, kind of like that. The arms go in just as straight, like they don't like really fit in, they're just kind of ball joints, so I couldn't put them on, I'm sorry. I did want to point out the cape though. Of course it gets super blurry when I do that. Really? There we go. So the cape has multiple parts, and it actually has like a fold over in the back, which is actually pretty cool. It's gonna be a B to paint, I think, but it's already glued, so ship sailed on that one. Alternatively, like I said, if I just want to put together the normal version, it just fits on there as well. This is a really cool model. I like the options. It's too bad you can't do both, but I mean, it makes sense because then they'd be selling you 2 models, right? So, and then like I said, with the arms you can see well, let me flip it over. Yeah, you can see they're just little balls. So I couldn't really slip them in. Sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna end up going with this version. So I'll go get her all glued together, and then we'll come back and check her out. Hey folks, all right, so here's the finished version, the way that I decided to build her with her normal Naboo blaster, what she'd be using in the, the other one's basically like the Geonosis scene. So I figured that, yeah, probably won't be playing with that much anyway. So not like we care much about what you see is what you get in Legion, but figured this will be her normal configuration. I do like, once I saw the cape, how it went together, and like all the folds, there was no question. One thing that was funny is when you put her together, she actually comes with 2 buns. They're both marked the same part, so they must just like have had space and given you one extra in case you foobarred it somehow. It wasn't that hard to put in, but I don't know. Anyway, aside from that second bun, I did end up using all of the parts on this sprue. So I just, like I said, I mean, you had seen this already, but I just glued the blaster there, so you can kind of do a little overlay and see how it would have looked-ish. Right, but yeah, you could have done it with the cape or not. So I don't know. This is cool too. It actually, I probably, if I was going to go with this, I probably would do it like this and just the legs, right? No cape for the E5 blaster. It was getting more Geonosis, but this looks more centered at Padme, which is how I wanted to do her. So how I decided to do her, I should say. So anyway, that'll do it. Yeah. So Padme Amidala, we'll get her in some games. Well, we'll get her painted up. And again, check out the Facebook or the Discord. I'll put pictures up once I do get them painted. I think she's going to be relatively easy to paint, minus the crevices and stuff. But then again, who's going to be able to see in there, right? So yeah. Anyway, this should be a fun one to paint. I've got Grievous. So thanks to Brenton for the Grievous trade as well. So I've got Grievous, Sabine, and Padme all to paint up. So it should be fun. So anyway, folks, thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think. Go Star Wars Legion and go Commando. Thank you.